Hey everyone, August is going to be another absolutely crazy month for indie games, so here's a quick rundown of what big and small indie releases are on the way. Sure, I could talk about Black Myth Wukong or Bulk and Skull, but that's not why you're here, is it? August has returning series like Cat Quest 3, which gives you a pirate ship, naval combat, and open seas to sail, and SteamWorld Heist 2, which gives you a pirate ship, naval combat, and open seas to sail. Look, it's awkward timing, okay? There's also the return of Volgar the Viking and a new sequel that hits 11 years after the original release, and I'm sure it's just as punishingly difficult as the original. There's multiple games for retro racing fans to enjoy, whether it's the F-Zero influence showing through Aero GPX, or the obvious nod to Virtua Racing in Super Polygon Grand Prix. But the retro-inspired game I'm most excited for is the Crimson Diamond, a spiritual successor to the Lara Bow games by Sierra Online. I don't love Sierra's adventure game output as a whole, but the Lara Bow games were far and above a major exception, and Crimson Diamond takes obvious cues from the Colonel's Bequest. I remember playing the Colonel's Bequest as a child, not having seen the movie Psycho, and seeing the shower scene may have given me a few nightmares. Moving on from my neuroses, there's DemoFest favorites coming out this month like I Am Your Beast with its high-speed Jason Bourne shooting and booting, Crypt Custodian, a charming top-down adventure, and one-button bosses which mixes bullet hell and boss rush elements with a single-button interface. Now, while these next games aren't necessarily indie, I think I should give them a shout-out anyway, because I don't think a lot of people are aware of Natsume's remake of Shadow of the Ninja, and it looks gorgeous. And Sam & Max The Devil's Playhouse is finally back on Steam after a long delisting period, and in my opinion it was Telltale's best game before they went into the whole "your choices matter" era. On the single A side of indie, there's Creatures of Ava, an adventure platformer with photography that reminds me a lot of a lost PS2 game, and Dustborn is a narrative title about a rock band with superpowers trekking through alt history America by the developer of Dreamfall Chapters. If there are two games, however, that stand above all the rest, it's Bloodless and Tactical Breach Wizards. Bloodless had a great showing at Steam Next Fest, and it's easy to see why. It's got incredible style and strong combat-focused gameplay, and the pacifist narrative about a former Ronin looking to atone is an intriguing hook. But all eyes are likely going to be on Tom Francis's magical strategy game, in which wizards break down doors and subdue enemies, and by subdue I mean hurl them out a window. It's got a fun comedic story, and the precog ability is a nice entryway for newcomers to figure out how their moves will play out. There's even more games releasing in August that I haven't personally experienced. There's farming game Fields of Mystria, cyberpunk platformer Eden Genesis, party-based souls like Deathbound, cursed reality show mystery The Crush House, matchmaking sim Love Ghosty, DLC for Dredge, casual city sim Gordlets, top-down immersive sim Intravenous 2, Micro Zelda Castaway. This is just gonna be every month now, isn't it? Every month is gonna be ridiculous with games. Meanwhile, I can barely afford the rent right now, let alone buying games, so I will have to enjoy these games vicariously through you, the viewer at home. If there's anything this month that interests you, be sure to leave a comment below. And as always, like and subscribe for more videos about cool indie and retro games. I also have a Patreon, and, you know, that could help with the whole rent thing. Just saying.